Yahweh Shema Ashar Barakatham. La Yashala. I imagine which needs to stand. Upon your Hakadam, rise and face the east. It's like 1 second. From that, y'all bear with me. It's like 1 second. It's like, all right. Face the east. Yep. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Avanav, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malach Watka, Taba'ah, Ratazak, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathalana, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalakana, Kawathnawa, Kabawath, Nawa, yeah, that's it. Kasalak Nawa, Kabawath, Yanawa, Wala'a, Naba'a now, Banasa Awan, Avon, Awashanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Waha'ala, Watha Parath, La Alami, Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahahari, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Waratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Wagalka, Ayanawam, Al, Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala. Hold on 1 second. Slightly, actually, turn opposite way out. Right here, Salaki. This is the east, my bad. That's my apologies. Salaki. 1 second. Okay, yeah, my bad. Salaki, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Ayah, Yamyaka, Yamamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wairak, Layala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makara, Yashamar, Aftapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Wawawathka, Mayatha, Wa'ai, Avalon. In English, I will lift up my eyes to the hills, on which cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'ala shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul.
He said, preserve their soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord said, preserve their going out.
And thy coming in.
And they're coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And forevermore.
Forevermore.
Bakah in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Babakashah.
Babakashah.
Nathalanah.
Nathalanah.
Bakah.
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 Larfa'ah.
Rafa'ah.
Kal Makalah.
Kal Makalah.
Wakal Madawah.
Wakal Madawah.
Bakah.
Bakah.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazarian.
Hamatazarian.
Bakah.
Bakah.
Lahakim.
Lahakim.
Hamathim.
Hamathim.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Arakawath.
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 Arakawath. Wath.
Hatama'alah.
Hatama'alah.
Levarishim.
Levarishim.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Duwaraman.
Duwaraman.
The power in English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Bless Israel in Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayasha'al.
Washa'al.
Wahabayah.
Wahabayah.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Rafa'ah.
Rafa'ah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Say the name of the loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once. Just for time's sake. All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Israelite School UPK.
Israelite School UPK.
All right. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Duwaraman.
Duwaraman.
In English, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Yasha'ala.
Bless us in Yasha'ala.
In the school.
And the school.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
Loved ones.
Our loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Okay. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al. Damayalaka.
Damayalaka.
Al. Dakarash.
Dakarash.
Wa'al. Dashakwat.
Dashakwat.
Al. Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awabika.
Awabika.
Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al. Imika. Yarayama. Yaira. Yama. Sawada. Wayatha. Yaitazawa. Al. Tazapanyaka. No, just listen to my voice. Al. Tazapawanyaka. Yaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakak Yadam. Magoya. Wala'a. Yazakar. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'ala. Iwada. Kaya. Nawai Tazawa. Naba. Yakawa. Ayaka. Bariyath. Yakawa. Ahoya. Adawam. Wayashamai. Alayam. Mo'aba. Wahagarian. Gabal. Waimawan. Waimalak. Halashat. I'm Yashabi. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarwai. Labani Lawat. Salah. Aisha Laham. Kamadi. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabian. Banakol. Yash. One. Nashamatwa. Bayan. Da'awa. Hayawa.
Iowa,
Daman,
Dama,
La'adama,
La Dama,
Shayathamba,
Sha Yadama, Wa,
Nada,
Nada,
Ya,
Ya,
Mawa,
Mawa,
Kaira,
Kara,
Wakazaba,
Wakasaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakasaba,
Wakazazol,
Wakasaba,
Manai,
Manai,
Ko,
Ko,
Nasir Kamwa,
Nasha Yakamwa,
Bashar,
Asha,
Amaro,
Amor,
Nari Shah,
Nari Sha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Af,
Ah,
Na'awas,
Naawa,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
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 Shathamba,
Sha Yadamwa,
Kagorgala,
Kagogo,
Kakwash,
Kokwa,
Lapanya,
Yapanya,
Rawaka,
Raka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'at,
Savira Iron,
the Byra Iron,
Salaki, Savira,
the Byra,
Yair,
the Ira,
Wa,
Wa,
Kalaba,
Kalaba,
Kalahat,
the Ha,
Hari,
Hay,
Khan,
Ka,
Thardatma,
the Dapma,
Basirika,
Rosarika,
Wabasa,
Rabasa,
Wapaka,
Wapaska,
Talahum,
Dalahum,
Mala'a,
Mada'a,
Panyahum,
Payahum,
Kualawan,
Kualawam,
Waya,
Waya,
Wakwashwa,
Wakwaswa,
Shamka,
Shaka,
Yahawa,
Yahal,
Yabashwa,
Yabaka,
Waya,
Waya,
Behold,
Bahawa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Waya,
Waya,
Kaparwa,
Shapawa,
Kaparwa,
Kapawa,
Waya,
Waya,
Abatwa,
Abawa,
Waya,
Waya,
Daiwa,
Dawa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Aka,
Shamka,
Shaka,
Yahawa,
Yahal,
Labaka,
Labaka,
Al-Yawan,
Ayawa,
Al, Kal,
Ka,
Ha,
Ha,
Arataza.
Arafasa.
In English, keep not outside.
Keep not the sign.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
hold not thy peace,
hold not the peace,
and be not still.
and be not
O
still.
Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
for lo,
below,
thy enemies make a tumult,
the enemy make a
and
tumult,
they that hate thee
and they that hate you,
have lifted up the head,
they lift up their head,
and have taken crafty counsel
and taking crafty cover
against thy people,
against that
and
people,
consult against thy hidden
and
ones.
consult against their hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off from being a nation,
let us cut them off of being a nation,
that the name of Yahshua
and the name of Yahweh,
may be no more in remembrance,
there be no more in memory,
but they have consulted together with one consent.
but they're consulted together with one consent,
They are confederate against thee,
they are confederate against thee,
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacle of Eden,
and the Israelites,
and the Israelites,
of Moab,
and the
and
Moab,
the Hagarenes,
and the
of
Hagarenes,
Baal,
the
and
Baal,
Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre,
the Philistines that have it
Tyre,
with Tyre,
the shore also joined with them.
also join with them.
They have hope in the children of
They
Lot,
have the children of Lot,
Salah,
Salah,
doing to them as to the Midianites,
those that in the Midian,
as to Sisera,
as a
as
Surah,
to Jabin,
as a debate,
as the brook of Kisan,
as a brother
whose
Kisah,
spirits are indoor.
as president indoor.
They became as done for the earth,
You become as dumb as the earth,
making almost like Ord,
make your numbers like earth,
like Zeb,
like Zed,
yea,
yea,
are the princes as the Ba,
all the president as Sabah,
and as the Muna,
as a Samula,
who said,
who said,
let's take to ourselves
let's take yourself
the house of Yahweh in possession.
to the house of Yahweh is possessed.
O my power,
Oh my power,
make it like a wheel,
make him like a whip,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the sun before the wind,
as the fire burneth the woods,
as the fire burning the
and
wood,
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
as the flame set the mountain on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So prosecute them with their temper,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with their storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek their name.
O Yahweh,
O your house,
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame and perish,
let them be put to shame and perish,
that men may know that thou,
that they may know that thou,
that men may know that thou,
the man may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
who never know Yahweh,
art the most high over all the earth.
that is the most high over all the earth.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed be Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of that
and
earth,
all things living.
and all things in
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shah,
and let me out shout.
listen to us now,
Listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
See, he was a curse
The evil
and
curse
punishing destruction
and punishment
to the
destruction
heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against
Like prophets.
their
The
prophets.
teachers.
Their
The
teachers.
princes.
Their
The
princes.
priests.
Their
The
priests.
Israelite brothers.
Israelite
In
brothers.
the school.
And the
See,
school.
he was a curse.
See, he was cursed.
Punishment, destruction.
And put the
To the
instruction
heathen.
to the
And
heathen.
shake loose
And shake
the
you.
treasure of the rich of Israel.
And the church of the riches of
That
Israel.
refused to give to the school.
That refused to give this school.
Force the riches
Both their riches
into thy sanctuary.
into the sickness.
See, he was a curse.
And he was cursed.
Punishment, destruction.
Under the instruction
To the Edomites.
to the
And the
Edomites.
nations.
And the
And
nation.
the drug dealers.
And the drug
The
dealers.
court system.
And the court
The
system.
further system.
And princes.
Planned Parenthood.
And fair.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the about that.
Everlasting to God's armies.
And I should come to honor.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic
The
Church.
Pope.
Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Eschatology.
The top.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinhead.
House of Baptized.
Out of
The
the
gay movement.
gay group.
The lesbian movement.
Destiny.
Spies.
Five.
Works of witchcraft.
Over the rich.
And space program.
That's a space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marine.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Opened up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And everything.
Cable access channels.
Cable access
And the
now.
radio
And the
channels.
radio channel.
Convict the spirit in thy people.
To select the spirit in this people
That seek to stop us.
that seek to stop.
Grace with destruction.
Racist instruction
So all the heathen
to all of
that
you
stand in the way.
that stand in the way.
We try to stop us.
We try to stop
To
them.
broadcast your words.
To broadcast their word.
Across planet Earth.
God spread it out.
Let us all the plague.
They use all the faith.
Cause it to go to and fro.
Cause God to and from.
To the earth and consume them.
To unmake a Susan.
Let the flesh hit the house of the thief
That the plague take the house of the thief
and the murder.
and murder.
That Yahweh Shah,
That Yahweh shot
Michael and Gabriel
and Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying
come
saucer
down with the crying saucer
and punish all the heathen
and punish all the heathen
that come up against us
that come against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak their word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause to be known by all
That is the angels that have done it.
that the angel has done.
Cause it to be spread to the media
Cause to be spread to the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause it to shake at thy coming.
Cause to shake at this come.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank
Shah,
you always.
thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, Sar, which makes the turn. All right, so Yeshavium, which means to be seated. All right. I need you to get Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Bible chapter, the what? Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Officer Ayar. Looking forward to seeing you very soon, huh? All right, let's see here. Y'all bear with me real quick. Actually, put this up. All right. So y'all bear with me. We are going to get into the Hebrew. We are going to read in the Hebrew as far as Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Okay. All right. Salaki here. Okay. No sound request. All right. Yeah, actually what I need is I need 23. Actually, don't even worry about it because we have to read the whole thing anyway, so don't worry about it.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get the Hebrew going. Oh, damn, Salaki. Trying to get this going. All right, there we go. All right, so we just read the prayers. The Lord's Prayer all the way down to the power structures. So that's about 6 prayers. All right, in the Hebrew, so if you have a concordance on your phone or you have the Tanakh, which I'm going to show you right here, Honestly, I can move faster with the Hebrew on my phone versus the Tanakh. So this right here is called a Tanakh. This is where you're going to see the Hebrew as far as the scriptures. And it's very cultural that we actually read into the Hebrew because that is our language. If you are so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, your true language is ancient Hebrew. All right. Otherwise, we call it, Paleo Hebrew. It's not the modern, right? The modern is Yiddish. That's Esau's Hebrew. That's not the same as ancient Hebrew. It's completely different. Okay. All right. Moving on. I said 23, correct? Okay. Give me a second. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Lamar. Verse 2. Dabar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala. Wara, Alahayim, Mawadah. Mawadah is feast. Yahweh, Shar, the quarry, a thumb, Macquaria, Quadash, Allah, Moadia. Verse 3. So what we're going to do, right, is do 7 verses at a time and then read in the English, okay? So on verse 3 right now. Shishak. Yahweh. Baasha. Malakah. Yahweh. Hashab. Select. Hashabah. Shabbat. Shabbat one. Makara. Kodash. Kol. Malakah. La'ah. Bashua. Shabbat. Hawiyah. Yahweh. Bakol. Mawashab. The come. Verse 4. Allah. Mawaidia. Yahweh. Makwaria. Kodash. Ashar. The Quarwa. A thumb. Moadia. Verse 5. Bakadash. Hashawan. Barab. Salaki. 1 second. Salaki, y'all give me 1 second here. All right. Salaki, I may need you to let somebody in. So you know the door that we was just at?
Yeah.
So you ain't got to go right now, but the door that we came in. So you just cross the hall, okay?
All right.
All right. I'll let you know, all right?
I'm okay.
All right. The water warrior. I appreciate you. Salaki, y'all. Barab, yes, like that's it. Ashar, Lakadash, Banya, Harabium, Fashak, Yahweh. Verse 6. Oh, Salaki. Salaki, this one a tongue twister. Bakamash. There we go. Ashar. Yawam. Lakadash. Hazah. Kab. Hamawat Salaki. Good night. Tongue twister. Salaki. One thing about the Hebrew, Salaki, it can catch you up sometimes.
Oh,
Salaki. Hamatazawat. There we go. Yahweh. Shabbat. Yawamyam. Matazabah. Salaki. Matazawat. There we go. Koya. Verse 7. Vayam. Salaki. Harashim. Makara. Kodash. Yahweh. Lakam. Kol. Malakat. Abadah. La'ah. Lashawa. All right, that's it on that verse. Clap it up. All right, so that was 7 verses. So we have to read the entire Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. So let's get to it. All right. Some things that we are going to go quicker on as far as the story of, Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, is because we have to get into the meat of the history of the Feast of First Fruits. All right. And it's going to list off all the high holy days and holy convocations that are in this chapter. So if you want to know, if someone ever asks you, okay, so if you don't celebrate American holidays, then do you celebrate anything? You can show somebody, you can tell them yes for one, and for two, Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. You want to keep it in your hand. It's going to be in the 23rd chapter where the Most High's, all his high holy days and holy convocations are in that chapter. Always remember that, Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, all right? And altogether, it's going to be like 8, okay, if I'm not mistaken, based on our calendar. Go ahead and read verse 1, please.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel.
Right, speak unto the children of Israel, because as you know, Moses was responsible for the book of Leviticus, because the first 5 books in the Bible is Moses, all right? He wrote it, and with other scribes as well. Go ahead.
And say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord.
Right, he's telling about the feast of the Lord. Keep going.
Which he shall proclaim to be a holy convocation.
Right, so something that you proclaim to be a holy convocation, okay? A gathering is what it's speaking about. That holy convocation is where we come together as family. Instead of coming together at a funeral, these holidays, well, first of all, today is Memorial Day. Instead of barbecuing, like, I don't know what it is about Black and Hispanic Native Indians, we got to barbecue every holiday for some reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what does barbecuing have to do with Memorial Day? You are supposed to be remembering the dead. Veterans Day, the same thing. Shit, Halloween. Christmas. You want a barbecue.
Right.
What the hell? It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, instead of celebrating Halloween, Christmas, your birthday, and all that other filth, just follow with what the Most High told you to follow. It's in the Bible. Because all those holidays in America, they have no purpose or value, and it's all wickedness. Have you ever heard of a story about in the Bible at all, Kawan? Have you ever heard a story about any Israelites, any terrible things happening on these feast days?
No.
Right. No one fights. No one's being unalived. Like no one is arguing. No one is I mean, just like there's no BS going on when it comes to the Lord's high holy days, because this is about the Lord. You feel me? This is about our power. You know what I mean? It's not about you. It's about Him. And we remember these days because in those times where we celebrate the feast, it has a significant story behind it. And we are going to get into that. All right? Go ahead.
Even these are my feasts.
And even these are my feasts. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
How many days is there in a week?
7.
There's 7 days in a week. So out of the 6 you work. Well, on the 7th day, when this is about the Lord, you rest. So now, of course, we are in slavery. We are in captivity. So it's going to be a little different. So this is what you do, right? So your slavery, your 9 to 5, that's not your business. So you might have to slave on a Sabbath day. You know what I mean? Because understand that the Sabbath is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Some states in EPK, they will either do the Sabbath service on a Friday or on a Saturday. Each one is appropriate because it's in that window. All right. So if you have a business in this captivity, in this hell, make sure your doors are closed. Make sure no one is running any business, all right, on the day of the Lord, as far as the feast days or high holy days, okay? Make sure that no one is working, because that's what the Bible says, not me, the Bible. Go ahead.
And holy convocation.
Right.
You shall do no work therein.
Now, understand that a holy convocation also is a Sabbath. So what we just did is standing up, reading the prayers, blowing the horn, and our traditional warlike apparel, our garments, all right, holding the scrolls, those are Sabbaths, okay? Drinking the wine, saluting to Israel, La Yasha Allah, that's a Sabbath. Keep going.
You shall do no work therein.
You shall do no work therein if you have a business. But if you got to work that 9 to 5, get that extra money, so that way you can pay those bills, I understand. And the Lord understands too. But at least still make an effort to contribute to, your school. You know what I mean? Make sure those brothers and sisters are well taken care of. All right? Because another brother and sister in the spirit will do the same for you. All right? If you can't make it, no sweat. Lord be with you. All right? You know what I mean? Just try to find a way that you can still help. Although you're not physically here, you can still contribute in some type of way, which way that is. The smallest thing, the Lord accounts for. All right? He looks at that. If you can't make it, you can only provide the napkins, the waters, the cups, whatever, or the venue itself, whatever. Just do whatever you can for other people, and also too, just make sure to remember this day in the history. If you're not able to go to a feast at all, or the Passover, just study the Bible, or otherwise watch a class, and just get familiar with the spirit and the story of why we celebrate these feast days, or these high holy days or holy convocations. All right, it's going to do you justice and your family as well.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord, and all your bloody.
All right, 1 second, Warriors. Like, do me a favor. If you could just stop for 1 second. Go outside. The brothers are in the front.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure that you salute them. All right.
Okay.
That's what. Make sure you don't lock yourself out, Baba Shah. No sweat. Which verse was that? Which verse was that? It's probably like 6 or 7. Don't worry about it. You got it. You got it. Go ahead. No, you got it, worry. Salaki. I appreciate you. All right, so back to what the brother was saying. So yeah, so when it comes to the feast days and things of that sort, just remember that this is about the Lord. All right, it's not about you. It's not about. I mean, of course, have a good time, eat and drink it up. You feel me? Righteously, but just make sure that you remember why we celebrate these high holy days. You can be anywhere else in the world doing whatever you want to do, but when it comes to these days, treat it very special and honorably. All right. Okay. That's good. All right. All right, y'all bear with me real quick. Let me get there too. Leviticus 23rd chapter. Shalom, Lord Christ. Shalom, Yahweh Shalom, Bashim Yahushai. Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Shabbat. What's going on, boy? How you doing, boy? Good to see you. What's up, Christ? Miguel?
Yeah.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, boy. How you doing?
Good.
So, sisters are right here. They sit right here. Brothers sit right there. Yeah, that's what. Yep. So, yeah. All right. So, like, where's everybody else at? Okay, no sweat. Oh, hey, Warriors, like, I need you to go grab the sisters. They actually here. I apologize. My apologies. You want some water or something? Strong? Okay. Actually, Miguel, if you want to help yourself out, just it's going to be in the freezer and that fridge. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want some, go ahead. You got it. It's going to be in the fridge.
All right.
Yeah. No sweat. Yep. Yep. No sweat. All right. Yeah. They just called you.
Oh no.
Okay. No sweat. Hold on. So, like, y'all bear with me real quick. So, like, trying to get people into the room. For those watching the live, so, like, bear with me.
Has my dad come in?
Yeah, God, yeah. All right, Salaki, y'all. Y'all make yourself comfortable. All right. All right.
Strong drink, other one?
Yeah. I got something in right here. Yeah, I'm too out the water. All right, so Salaki, back to the point. So, once again, this is the Feast of First Fruits. You know what I mean? This is a feast of the Lord. And pretty much we're just going over the basics and going over the history as well. Salaki, y'all bear with me. Salaki, I'm getting messages. And little question, it's Salaki, hey. First things first, how y'all feeling? Y'all too Calm, most time first. All right. But once again, if y'all need anything, just go ahead and help yourself, okay? We should have somebody here soon to be serving the food. All right. If y'all hungry. Okay. By the way, if y'all need to use the bathroom, it's going to be right here. All right, no sweat. All right. Shalaki, y'all bear with me. I got so many text messages going on. Salakia. Busy. Salakia. All right, well, let me get back to it. Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Now, does anybody know about pretty much when it comes to working and you have a business, you're only supposed to work 6 days out of the week. Of course, that 7th day is your break, right? Now, the fact that we are in captivity, it's a little different because, so if you have a business, on the Sabbath, your business should be closed. Nobody should be working. You shouldn't be working either. But if you work a 9 to 5, that's different because it's not your business. That's somebody else's. All right. And plus, you're in slavery, you're in captivity. Things happen. Some people can't make it to the feast. Some people can. Okay. All right. Verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And the 7th day is an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. Does anyone know what a holy convocation is versus a high holy day? Okay, holy convocation is treated as a Sabbath. It's where you get into more of the traditional piece of, what we do as Israelites. As far as reading in the Hebrew, which we just did a second ago, which we're going to do all throughout the whole entire class. Also, too, holding the scrolls and blowing the horn. All right. Okay. All right. So, verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, and I'm gonna stop right there real quick because I got to read the rest. So, in the Hebrew, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 9. Wa dabar Yahweh al Mashah la Amar. Verse 10. Dabar al Banya Yasha'ala Warath Alahayim Kaya Taba'a Al Arataza Ashar Anya Bathan. It's like it. Nathan. One second, it's like it. All right. Lakam. Wakwatazar. Dayam. Af. Quatazar. So like Quatazar. Wahabatham. Af. Aymar. Let's see. Rashiath. Quatazar come. Ah. Kahun. Verse 11. Salaki. Wahanat. Ath. Aymar. Haimar. Lapanya. Yahweh. Larataza. Nakam. Mamakar. Yeah, Mamakar. So like that's a tongue twister. Good name. Hashabath. Wow. Unapak. Naya. Hakahan. Verse 12. Vashakam. Vanayah. Vanayam. Hanapakam. Ah. Hayamar. Kabash. Damam. Ban. Shanaya. Layala. Yahweh. Verse 13. Echelon, little Christ, y'all. Y'all can set everything on the island right there. Right. Verse 13. Manakakwa. Shania, hey, Salaki, y'all keep it quiet, all right? Aishar, Banyam, Shalat, Balala, Bashawan, Aisha, Yahweh, Rayak, Nayakak, Wanasak, Yayan, Ra'ath, Hayawan. Verse 14. So like y'all give me 1 second there. Okay. Verse 14. Well, come. Wakar Tilaki. Wakarla. La Kormal. La Darkal. Itazum. Hawayum. Hazak. Habakam. Korban. Alahayim. Kukwa. Alayum. Ladak Yakum. Bakol. Mashah. To come. Verse 15. Wasapar. Wasapartham. Lakum. Mamakar. Mamakar. Hashabath. Mawayum. Habakam. Aymar. Hathapak. Shabai. Shawabathwa. What? Select. Shawabathwa. Tharmarth. The hot select. Oh. The higher. So like that's it for those 7 verses. Clap it up. It's like I'm gonna let y'all know. Look, I teach the Hebrew, right? Good night. That should be having me stuttering. It's a lot. You know what I mean? I know it's our language, but sometimes it gets a little difficult. But all right, Kawan, read verse 9 for me out. In English. Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye came into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruit.
You want to say sheaf? It's a sheaf.
Sheaf. Of the first fruit of your harvest unto the priest.
So like, does anybody know what a sheaf is? If you don't know what a sheaf is, just someone look it up for me. I mean, I know what it is, but I want to make sure y'all understand just based on the context. And then Merriam-Webster's dictionary what a sheaf is. If you got a Bible or if you got a phone as well, you can follow along. Sheaf is spelled S. What is it? Is it SHEAF? No swear. Usually verse 10, correct? Yeah. I got it right here. Sheaf is SHEAF. Can somebody tell me what that is?
A bundle of grain.
Say it again.
A bundle of grain, like hay.
Right. So a sheaf is something that's a bundle. So like, so also too with the Feast of First Fruits, right? You're gonna learn about tithes. Tithes is something that you pay 10% of. So whatever penny or like any amount that you receive, like a check, you do 10%. So if you receive $100, it's it's $10, 10%, right? So it's gonna go into that as far as the history of what the Feast of First Fruits is all about. And this is also something that we do all the time with our cookouts, and I will explain later. Go ahead and keep reading that. I appreciate that, Tanai. I appreciate that. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheep before the Lord to be accepted before you.
Actually, read it from the top, Baba Salaki.
Verse 11.
10, actually.
Call. Verse 10. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come unto the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruit of your harvest unto the priest.
So whatever you have in your garden, right, as far as things that you produce, as far as your produce, what you need to do is you're going to give a sheaf of it to the priest, because when you're doing the work of the Lord, Echelon Lord Christ, y'all can just put that on the island right here, all right? So what you do is, like, as a priest, right, back in the times when King David was around, Ezekiel, they didn't have homes. They always traveled and journeyed everywhere to teach the work of the Lord. So if they didn't have no homes, how did they eat? How did they feed themselves? So what you do is, if you were a priest and a prophet, and you was journeying and going, round about just everywhere, whoever door that you knock on, you tell them who you are, and they have to feed you because you are doing the work of the Lord. So it's like if you are in St. Paul or you're from Minnesota and you go to Chicago, they ain't gonna let you starve in Chicago. Wherever we have a school in the UPK, they're gonna make sure that you are sheltered, that you are fed, and that you are taken care of. That's how it's done. All right. Keep going.
Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheep before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
Now, someone give me the definition of wave, because it's not talking about this right here. There's a different context. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Like dismiss
it? In a sense, I want the definition of wave in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Because it's talking about how you have to wave something, right? What exactly does that mean? Anybody that has a phone, what does that mean? I can grab it too if anybody ain't got it. Anybody got it yet?
Yeah, I got it.
Huh? So you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You got it.
Wade, refrain from insisting on or using.
Okay. I don't think that's it. You got it. Go ahead. You got it, sis. Go ahead.
was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay,
Yeah,
and that's the Webster's.
yeah. Well, it says refrain from applying or enforcing a rule, restriction, or fee.
Okay, so that's not exactly it. 1 second. One second, y'all. Oh no, it's like WAVE. Is that the one with the I?
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay, move one in, to and fro in greeting or as a signal.
Okay, so actually, so it's not saying how usually it's supposed to be saying it as far because this is old English by the way. So like I'll just give it to y'all. Just read it one more time.
Verse 11, and he shall wave the sheep before the Lord.
Right. So okay, just think about a offering. All right. You know how back then we did sacrifices. So that's why it's talking about he's going to do it in front of the Lord to be accepted. And what verse is that again? Verse 11?
Verse 11, sir.
Yeah, so and he shall wave the sheep before the Lord to be accepted for you. Like anytime that you ever committed a sin, right? And you had to slaughter an animal, a lamb for, a sacrifice to get rid of that sin, the Lord had to accept it first. You can't just do it just because you sinned and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go over here, grab one of my best animals without blemish and kill it to, get rid of the sin. The Lord had to accept it. That's why also too, if you know about the story about with Jacob and Esau, when Esau tried to give up an offering to the Lord, but the Lord did not accept it because it was unlawful what he was doing. And if y'all know anything about Esau, y'all know how disgusting and how much of a caveman he is. So the Lord did not accept it, but he did accept Jacob's offer and sacrifice, however. All right. Okay. Keep going up.
To be accepted before you.
Mm-hmm.
On the morrow, after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheep and he lamb.
Yeah, and a he lamb. So it's talking about a lamb that's a male lamb. So keep going.
Without blemish.
And that's what I was talking about. Like you cannot have an animal or a lamb that has a blemish. A blemish is like if you're trying to sacrifice this animal, this lamb that has a cancer, has some type of disease or something like that. All right. Shalom of Christ. You want to get in here? No sweat. God. All right, keep going up.
And he aligned without blemish of the first year.
Right.
For a burnt offering unto the Lord.
Right, to a burnt offering of the Lord. Keep going.
Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2 tenths scale of fine flour, mingled with oil.
Now look, this is talking about fried chicken. All right. You know what I mean? You know what? We like to fry every goddamn thing. Read it one more time.
Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
And the meat offering thereof shall be 2 tenths scale of fine flour, mingled with oil.
I don't know about y'all, but I think this is talking about niggas.
That's
Hispanics
right.
And Native Indians. All right, keep going. It says flour. Go ahead.
And offering made by fire unto the Lord.
It said oil too, right?
That's one kind.
Keep going.
And offering made fire unto the Lord for a sweet Savior.
So it said the flour, the oil, and the fire. That's how we fry everything. With the fire, the oil, and the flour. All right, keep going.
And drink offering thereof shall be of wine.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth part of a hin.
There we go. Keep going.
Verse 14. Mm-hmm. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn. Parched corn, mm-hmm. Nor green ear until the self same day that ye have brought an offering unto your God.
And also too, when it comes to feast or high holy days, holy convocations, there's also rules on how to celebrate it properly. So there's no question about it. Because a lot of people be like, well, what do you do? How do you do it? How do you do this? It tells you in the Bible. So what we're doing right now is doing this service. And, everybody, contributes to the food and the drinks. This is coming together for the Lord. All right, keep going.
It shall be a statute forever throughout your generation.
Right. So no matter what year it is, no matter what captivity we are, we end up in, we always have to keep the Lord's high holy days and holy convocations. We did it in Egypt. We did it in the Syrian captivity, the Roman captivity. We're doing it right now. All right, keep going.
In all your dwellings.
Right. So with all your dwellings, meaning wherever you are, where you dwell at, that's where you keep it. So you don't have to be in Jerusalem to celebrate the Lord's high holy days, the holy convocations. You can be any and everywhere on the face of the earth. Keep going.
Verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheep of the way of offering. 7 shall be completed.
Okay, and that's you can stop right there. 1 second, that's a lot. All right. So no sweat. We stop right there. Let's get back to the Hebrew. All right. All right. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 16. Ide. Makarath. Hashabath. Hashabath. Lasapar. Kamashim. Yawam. Yakarab. The come. What's it like it? Yakarab thumb. Manakah. Hadashah. Also like it. Kadash. Yahweh. Verse 17. Mawashah. So you come. The for you what? The come. The come. Then a pa. Shatham. Shanya. Asheriyam. Salah. Tahaya. Kamataza. The Pana. Wakarium. Yahweh. Verse 18. Wayakar. It's like it. Wakarab. You ready? Let's go. You want some drink? How you doing, Freeze? Go. I'm halfway through 18. Okay. Go. 18. Yeah, verse 18 through 22. Where Karab, thumb, ow, halakam, shaba'ai, kabashim, tamamam, banya, shana, wapar, bun, bakwar, athad, la'alam, shayam, yayawa, Allah, salat, Yahweh, Manakaki, when a Sakyam, good night, Aisha, Ra'at, huh? Yeah, 20, 23, and 18. All right. Now, Kak, Yahweh, verse 19. What's your thumb? Salaki. Shara'ar. Itism. Akkad. Lakatim. Ushabia. Kashyam. Banya. Shanya. Lots of
Hey, y'all ain't got
lots of bot.
you ain't got to wait to eat. There's a few other things coming, but just if y'all want to grab some food, do your thing. You don't know if you want to do it. However y'all want to do it. But feel free to get you some drink, get you some food. Well, in the midst of this, it's fine.
All right, come. Shalayam, verse 20. When a pot, when a pot, Hakahan, a thumb, Al, Lakum, Makarium, then a pot, Lapania, Yahweh, Al, Shanya, Kashavia, Kodash, Yahweh, Yahweh.
Hey, China, you can give them some, come get us some plates and stuff, get us some food. It'll be a little more calm.
Lakahan, verse 20, verse 21. Wakara, Salaki, Wakara, Baitazam, Hayam, Zah, Makwar, Kodash, Yawaya, Lakam, Kol, Malakah, Aidash, La'ah, Dashawa, the pot, Salaki, Kapat, Awalam, Wakol, Mawashab, the tongue. Ladaris, it come. Verse 21, last verse. Wawakwataz, sorry. Wawakwatazar come. Kwata, Salaki. Wakwat, Salaki. Kwatazar. Ita come. La'ah, the call. Ha, Shadan. That's like Shadat. But Quatazar. Well, a pot. Quatazar. La'ah, Galapat, Lanya, Walagar, Daizab, Atham, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayim. That's it for those 7.
Hey, give him a hand. One of your other brother, your trooper, all of y'all want to come in to show your hand at some of this Hebrew. If you got the skill, then please do.
Right.
You definitely welcome to read 7 scriptures, because it's definitely not a light thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, definitely this brother is doing an amazing job.
Right.
And I always appreciate hearing it because it's the piece of us taking back our culture and our customs that was taken away from us, which is our language, man. Having that language gives you such a sense of self-esteem that's priceless.
Right.
You know what I mean? Peace of mind is priceless. And having your culture and your language, that's something that's second to none, man. It's a special thing.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So great job. And so, let's get it. So I know they said we have to look through the whole.
Yeah, all the way to 44, I think.
Where we at now?
We are in 22, but the verse you should be starting at is 16. Quran 16.
16.
Yeah, so we can speak the English part at least. Go ahead. Verse 10 speaks about his first fruits. I already brought that out.
Okay.
Unless you went out and I was up to you. You got it. Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 16. Even unto the morrow, after the seven, say you number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Verse 17, ye shall bring out of your habitation 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. It shall be fine flour. It shall be baked with leaven. It shall, Shalaka, ye are the first fruit.
Shalaka, it should be baked with leaven.
Shalaka, they shall be baked with leaven.
Right. You know what leaven is, right? Like the piece of unleavened bread. Like leaven is what makes the dough rise. And unleavened is the opposite, where it don't rise. You got it. Go ahead.
Ye are the first fruit unto the Lord. Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and the 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. It shall be for the burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offering, even an offering made by fire, of sweet Savior unto the Lord.
And this is what verse?
This is verse 18.
Keep going.
Verse 19.
So 18 is telling you what you have to do in preparation of the Feast of First Fruits. So back then, we used to sacrifice animals and things of that sort. We don't do sacrifices anymore. The Bible calls it being disannulled. So think about it being disannulled as it's discontinued. All right. So right now, what we do is we still make food. All right. So we still in the same spirit of making the food and having the drinks. Okay. To come together to gather. And that's really what a convocation is. All right. Everything's well. That's what. Keep going.
Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goat for a sin offering.
Right. So a baby goat is like a kid goat. All right. Keep going.
And 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering.
Now, also, the reason why you have like a baby lamb is because a lot of baby lambs are without blemish, so they have nothing going on with them. Like for example, would you feed somebody a chicken that has some type of cancer going on? Like, would you feed your family that? No, there's no value in that. You need something that is precious, something that is, has great value. If you know anything about farming, when you sell your animals off to other people, they have to be in good shape, otherwise they won't accept the offer. All right, go ahead.
Verse 20. And the priest shall weigh them with a bread of the first fruit
So like, you might let the sister front door, the water. Go ahead.
And the priest shall wave there with the bread of the first fruit for a wave offering before the Lord. But the two lambs, they shall be holy unto the Lord for the priest. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the self-same day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
Yeah, so once again, so for generation to generation, you know what I mean? So when your kids have kids, you want to keep this day. Until Christ returns back on this earth, that's what you should be doing. You should continue in a tradition, in a tradition that was given unto us, all right, by our forefathers, so to speak. Keep going. Last verse.
Verse 22. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean the residue.
No. So read it one more time.
22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean residue. Riddance.
Yeah.
Of the corner of thy field when thou reapest.
You want to talk about the question? You 12? Okay, no sweat. Keep going.
Neither shall thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt lead them unto the poor.
So that part that's one of the things that will end poverty in our community. That's why we should be in charge.
Right.
As far as how we put provisions in our culture to make sure that the poor is taken care of. So if you got acres and acres of land is what they're talking about. When you harvest it, you keep all the borders around it there. You don't take everything. You leave it for the poor to come through, travelers to come through, of our people to take that so they don't got to be without. You know what I'm saying? We make sure that our people are taken care of.
Right.
We don't just sit and take it and take everything we have and have them to fend for themselves.
Right.
You know, and it's put in our customs and our culture to make sure our people are taken care of, the less fortunate or the down in their luck, whatever the situation may be. You know, you leave that for the people. So that's a very good point. You know, and why we should be in charge, right? And making sure, because we make those provisions and for everybody. The rich don't get to just be greedy and keep everything they have to themselves. They have to make sure that they leave things for other people.
Right, that's right. Damn right. And also too, if I may add on top of that, okay, my thing is I was just having a conversation with a brother and a sister. Like, I mean, the audacity of America. Like, America is the richest country on the face of the earth. I'm sure we can all agree with that, right? Right. So now, how is there such thing as homelessness? You feel me? Like I mean, like our oppressor really is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You know, I mean, the fact that this is a rich country, and they was complaining when the pandemic came, they was complaining about the goddamn, what's it called, a stimulus check?
Right.
Yeah, a stimulus check, about how much they have to give out. When America is worth trillions of dollars, everything that America has, they can erase homelessness everywhere in America. And that's no exaggeration, with all the money that they have and all the resources. It just lets you know that this place is set up to keep you oppressed, to keep you down and not succeed. All right. So it also too, coming up the Midwest Fire Weekend, July 27th through the 30th, the ISUPK, we do the same thing in the same spirit. We grab all the food and all the drinks and we give it out to the public for free. Now, if you want to donate, ain't nobody stopping you. But we don't ask for nothing in return. All right. And this is all for Israelites. If you are a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, come down to Chicago, July 27th through to the 30th. All right. This is the same spirit. This is why we do this, because we have the spirit of the Lord. Meanwhile, nobody else is doing the work that we're doing at ISUPK.
That's right.
I just have to say that slide. I was not throw shit on everybody else.
No, that's fine, man. But
yeah.
And just to add a little bit to what the brother said about the stimulus check thing, you know that it wasn't about the money, because when Ukraine needed money,
Yeah.
When their people needed money,
It's
you know,
not an
they gave
issue.
them, billions
Yes.
and millions of dollars
Yeah.
to make sure they was okay.
Con.
So it's not about the money, it's about them giving, the Lord's chosen people the money.
Yeah, con,
You know what I'm saying?
con.
About us benefiting from them when they gotta give
Right.
us anything, they don't like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to their people, they cool with it. They people
Right.
come across the border, they're cool with it. But when the Haitians come across the border, then the Mexicans come across the border, they put them in cages at the border.
Right.
The Haitians, they beat them with whips and
Right.
when they come across. But the Ukrainians that come across, they welcome them with open arms. The Irish,
Right.
all of them when they came over here. The Italians, they made sure that they had what they needed. So,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not about the money, it's about the Lord's chosen people being oppressed. So pay
That's
attention
right.
to that, moving forward if you never paid attention to it. It's about the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians being oppressed.
That's right.
Being benefiting from them that they have a problem with giving money to. It's not about
Right.
the money per se.
That's right. Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah, that's how I want to show.
All right, you go ahead and finish that out.
And to the Salakias, and to the stranger, I am the Lord your God.
Yeah, come.
Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 24, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, and the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of the trumpet, a holy convocation. Verse 25, ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 26, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 27, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a holy atonement.
All right. You can pause right there. We're going to get back into the Hebrew. We kind of went over just a little bit. We're going to get into these next scriptures in the Hebrew, man.
All right.
Good reading, though. Good job.
Yeah, that right. That right. Good one. All right, so like, if you jump down a little bit. Leviticus chapter 23, verse.
Has he been reading the whole time?
Yeah, kind of. I was just going to say.
One of y'all want to grab we're going to rotate the reader for these last few scriptures. So one of y'all can go back and forth read a few of these scriptures.
IR, after I'm done with the Hebrew, you just want to focus on verse 38, all right? All right, let's go. Verse 38. Malabad. Shabbat, Yahweh. Olabad. Manakakim. Lamabad. Ka'or. Nadari come. Lamabad again. Like Ka'or. Nadab. Yas Yakum. Ashar.
Yeah, anybody who like
The Thunwa. Yahweh. Verse 39.
Just actually if they want something.
Ak.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bak. Bak Mashah. Ishar. Yawam. Lakadash. Hashabai. Basapakam. Ah. Sawa. Paratazai. The Kagwa. Kad. Yahweh. Shabaya. Yum. Bayawam. Parashan. Shabbat one. Babawam. Hashamanya. Shabbat one. Verse 40. Say it again. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, sir. All right. Well, a cock, thumb, the come. Well, your woman. Hawashan. Paria. Aitazah. Kadar. Kapat. The Mariam. Ainak. Why? Yes, like it. Why not? Aitazah. Ibas. Rabia. Nicole. Hashamaktam. Lapanya. Yahweh. Alahayim. Shabbat. Yum. Verse 41. Wakakaktam. Apia. So like Aqua. Ka. Yahweh. Shabbat. Yum. Rashna. Kukwa. Ayuam. Ladaris Yakum. Bakadash. Ashabai. Kakagwa. Afterwards, verse 42. What's a cock? The Shabwa. Shabaya. Yum. Kol. Huh? No, it's not. Hatazarak. Vayasha'ala. Yeshabwa. What's a cock? Verse 43 of Yom. Lama Ayin. Ya Aidwa.
I'll take some strong though if you could.
Tarakam. Kaya. What's a coward? Awashab. Kaya. Vanya. Yasha'ala. What Yatazah. Our thumb. Maratazah. Matazarayim. Anya. Yahweh. Alahayim. Verse 44. Last verse. Wadabar. Mashah. Magya. Yahweh. Banya. Yasha'ala. That's it.
Hey, give him another hand. So for time's sake, we're gonna, y'all can go back and read, Leviticus and read the rest of that. But what I want to finish with, I want you to go to Leviticus, 23 and go up to verse 10 real fast. Read that.
10 to 22.
Oh,
It's 10 to 22.
yeah. We're gonna end with this verse just so people really get the conclusion of the matter. No, Leviticus verse 23, chapter 10.
Chapter 23, verse 10. Yeah.
It should be some.
Is it chapter 23, verse 10?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So there shall no stranger eat of the holy thing.
You said what?
Yeah, you got 23 verse 10.
23.
Okay, go ahead. Can you read it from the top one more time?
There shall no stranger eat of the holy thing.
No, it's like I'm not saying that.
Yeah, you probably in the, look at where you at.
Well, you said 22 verse 10, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, chapter 23, verse 10. All right, you got to go ahead.
All right, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them.
Speak up a little bit louder so the people can hear you. Pick up your voice a little bit, Bob Kashan.
All right, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them. When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest therefore, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest.
Unto who?
The priest.
Unto the priest. This is what this is about. When you come up to see your lady talking about Israel, first it says, speak unto the children of Israel. This is our custom and culture. This is for us, the Lord's chosen people. The feast of first fruits is for us. And this is the reason we did this, because at a time, the Levitical priesthood did not have an inheritance. Of the 12 tribes, we all had an inheritance with land and money and everything. And all the other tribes had an inheritance, except for the Levi, because they were the priests. And so their inheritance was the first fruits of everything that we had, we gave to them. Our first fruit we gave to them to make sure that they was good. But now that we're under the order of Melchizedek, every week, all the tribes can be a priest. All 12 tribes can now be priests. And now everybody gives to the ones that choose to be priests. Everybody else pays and gives their first fruits, which is, their tithes and offering to the priest. All right, because we are our first and foremost job is doing the work of the Lord. That's supposed to be your first brother. Since we're in captivity and we're in hell,
right?
We got to work a slavery. We got to do other things. But your work is a priest and prophet of the Lord, if that's your profession. But then you also, and in hell, probably have to work what we call it. That's why we call it slavery, because that's not your work. That's not your job. Your first and foremost job is this work of the Lord.
Right.
All right. So that's what you're supposed to do first. And the first fruits of the people, it's supposed to go to you. You know what I'm saying? And the work to the priest. That's why we pay our tithe. That's why, the work that we put out. And somebody give me that scripture real quick. We're going to this one too. Where your treasures are, that's where your heart is. You know what I mean? Because it's very important, because we go and we gotta, and when you think about it, like sometimes you'll catch somebody complaining about giving 10%, which is, to break it down, is $10 out of $100. Okay? So you complain about that, but a lot of times people, when you was in the world, or people was in the world, or worldly people, whatever, how much money did we spend on weed and liquor and hoes, chasing whores? And you got to really think about that. Like, is this something that's saving your life? Is the best thing for you, best thing to happen to you, like it was for me? It's nothing to give $10 out of 100, $100 out of 1,000. It's nothing. Cause what I'll do, I'll go spend that $100 on the bag of some weed to smoke for a couple of days. You know what I mean? It's nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Or liquor for a week. So, but this scripture right here, you got that scripture? It's Matthew 6:21. Matthew 6:21. You got it? Who got it?
I got it.
Go ahead, read that.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 21. For where your treasure is.
Where your treasure is. Your treasure is the thing you work for, your money. Everybody knows your treasure. What you stack under that bed, your money, your dollars, your jewelry, whatever your treasure is. Where your treasure is, keep going.
That's where your heart be also.
That's where your heart is. What you put your money into, that's what you love for it.
Right.
You ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. If you don't put no money into this truth, if you ain't sent no tithes into the school, but you didn't bought extensions for your hair, you didn't bought liquor, you didn't bought eyelashes, you didn't bought weed, you didn't bought clothes and shoes, you didn't did these things, but you ain't sent no money into the school, your heart ain't really in this. You fake it, you phony. Your heart is in all the liquor that you drink, all the holes that you spend money on buying drinks. You know what I'm saying? Buying whatever you put your money into, that all the vain things. That's where your heart is for it.
Right.
Because that's where your treasure is. The things you put your money into, because you go to work and you spend time to get that money, because you can't get your time back. The man hours you spend at work, you can't get that time back.
Right.
So for you to take that money, that treasure you own from giving your spirit to something, your time that you can't get back, what you put that money in is what you truly and actually love.
Right.
Okay? And you got to think about that. Read that again.
But where your treasure is, there your heart will be also.
That's where your heart going to be also. Where your treasure, or where you put your money into, that's where your heart really is. That's what you really believe in. That's what you really love. You know what I'm saying? You ain't giving no money to this truth. You ain't went to that Cash App and hit that with the Israelite school. You be gonna set that $10. I don't care if it's only $10.
Right.
What that parable of the lady who gave the 2 pennies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She gave more than the rich man that gave. You know, because she gave something from nothing. Like if it's only $10, send the $10.
Right.
It's better. One of my favorite, a whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of none.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, send that $10 in, man. You know what I'm saying? Show that your heart is really in this, at least a little bit. But 10%, man, of what you get. Your check is $1,000. Send $100 from that check in. That's all. It's $100. Go ahead and let that weed money go, man. You know, sacrifice some of that liquor money. Sacrifice some of your tricking off on the hose money. So like, you know, sacrifice it for the man of the Lord who really go out here, put their lives on the line for this truth, man. For our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, who got clothes. You see it, go look on the internet, look around, you see the clothing drives going on. You see the Passovers, you see schools all over the country, outside the country. Support this truth, man. If you're not gonna get out there, put your feet on the ground and do it like that, that's fine. You can put some of your treasures into it and help a brother that is out there doing this work, man. So with that, man, I'm gonna say shalom. Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbat to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, Bashim, Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Man, get into this truth. Man, get prepared for Fire Weekend, man. It's coming up July 27th to the 30th. You ain't gonna want to miss it. It's gonna be absolutely glorious, man. All so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians are invited to be in Chicago. We're gonna be on Chicago in them weeks. Get down there, man. You know, everything, all the events from the 27th to 30th is all free for y'all. You know, there's gonna be tons of food and drinks it's fun for the whole family. You know what I'm saying? We got stuff for kids parties. It's a family affair, man. Get out there. Everything is free to cook out. The food for all our people, so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Natives, it's for y'all. It's all free, man. So get with it, man. Get with this truth, or get lost or stay lost, whatever you want to do. So with that, man, I'm gonna pass it. We're gonna get into the Lord's Prayer real fast. All right. So real quick, you guys, Amijah. We're just gonna, for the time's sake, we're just gonna read the Lord's Prayer and the power structures and get up out of here. That's a lot.
Hey, y'all face this way.
Everybody turn this way, face the east. We're gonna read the Lord's Prayer real quick. And the power structure will be done.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. And repeat after me. Avanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shabkat. Yahweh. Malach Watka. Nava'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Kawah. Hayah. Hashemayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Paul. Yawam. Wasalakanawa. Hawawakanawa. Kasalakanawa. Hawawakanawa. Wala'ah. Laba'anawa. Wanasayawan. Abal. Hawashainawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Lakak. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Watapara. La'alamyum. Aman.
All right. That was the Lord's Prayer. This is the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name. Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth
In earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Give us of our debts.
Give us our debts.
As we forgive our
As
debtors.
we forgive our debts.
And lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
I ask you to be capable of power of structure. Repeat after me. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things
living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Sin, evil, and curse.
Sin, evil, and curse.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against
Thy
us.
prophets.
Thy prophets.
Thy teachers.
Thy teachers.
Thy princes.
Thy princes.
Thy priests.
Thy priests.
Israelite brothers.
Israelite brothers.
In the school.
In the school.
Sin, evil, and curse.
Sin, evil, and curse.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
Shake loose the treasure.
Shake loose the treasure.
For the rich of Israel.
For the rich of Israel.
They refuse to get to the school.
They refuse to get to
Give
school.
us their riches.
Give us their riches.
Hasten to thy sanctuary.
They are the second.
Sin, evil, and curses.
Sin, evil, and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And their nation.
And their nation.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
And the court
The
system.
prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All of our enemies.
Amalek, synagogues, and all.
And that's the God.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Pope.
Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Bonds Kamataza.
Hallelujah.
Gang movement.
Gang movement.
Lesbian movement.
Lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
What's the risk price?
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marine.
Marine.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channel.
And the cable access
And the
channel.
radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people.
The victim spirit of any of the people
that seek to stop us.
that seek to stop
And
us.
bring swift destruction.
Bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
Try to stop us.
Try to stop us.
Broadcasting your word.
Broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
God, and
And loose all the plagues.
That's the call.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth and consume
And the
them.
earth is consumed.
Let the plagues.
And the plagues.
Take the house of the thief.
Take the house of the thief.
And the murder.
And the murder.
The Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Punish all the heathen.
Punish all the heathen.
That come up against us.
That come against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That is the angels that have done
And the angels that have done
it.
it.
Cause it to be spread throughout the media.
Cause it to be spread throughout the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake if I come.
Cause them to shake if I come.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, all right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Place the,
Place the phone.
huh?
One more time.
Yeah, you go
One more.
That being said, that concludes the Feast of First Fruits. Shalom, Israel. Clap it up.